don't know. I remember in '98 when I was with Richie Kotite, and I think we beat Arizona. We were like 0-7, and then we went to 1-7. He came in the next week talking about we can still make the playoffs. I was like, man, if you don't stop.
He said that
yes.
when you were 1-7.
Yeah, remember we
96?
beat Arizona and we won the one game. And we came into that meeting. It was our bye week. When we got back from the bye week, he said, we can go 8-8 and win and still make the playoffs. And I'm like, this is
man,
just, please, man, stop. And that's just what I heard from Matt Nagy saying, 0-5, you lose 5 games in a row, anything can happen. This is why you stay the course. And I'm like, what? You mean getting fired? Is that what you mean?
Nah, anything can happen when you're playing against the Detroit Lions. Let's just call that what it is, man, especially the way that Dan Campbell mismanaged the game and the timeouts and not taking timeouts on the right side of the 2-minute warning and letting the Chicago Bears bleed the clock down to the warning and ultimately set up the game with a field goal. Like those miscues by the Detroit Lions is ultimately what led to Matt Nagy essentially getting a reprieve and staying on as the head coach. But make no mistake about it, he's on borrowed time. The Bears are going to move on from him sooner rather than later, and rightfully so, because the record speaks for itself.
Yeah, I think so, Freddie. I think what Chris is saying right there is that when you look at what the noise coming out, as you said, into this intro about where things were for the Chicago Bears and the information coming out of Chicago, we had Dave Kaplan on the show a couple days ago, and he talked about the individual who wrote the story of being dialed in. And not only is he dialed into the Chicago community and the Chicago Bears, he is an award-winning journalist, so he is not going to just throw it on the wall and hope it sticks. But the Chicago Bears clearly have decided to kind of backpedal out of it, and he wins the game. So much like Chris saying, you got one more game for the lights to stay on. And then you pay that bill, you get one more game for the lights to stay on.
Because they got the Cardinals, Packers, Vikings, Seahawks, Giants, Vikings. So whether they think the lights on or off, they still got that kind of schedule left before Matt Nagy has moved on. Here's the deal with the Chicago Bears, and it's been talked about, but when it's at the top, when you have problems at the top, it affects everybody else. No matter what happens with Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, general manager, I don't think he should be worried. I think he should be worried about his key card not working either at a certain point with this organization. Whoever you bring in, it has to be about who's going to be the best person for Justin Fields. If you think it's going to be an NFL's offense coordinator right now or whatever college head coach may be out there that could be the hot commodity, whatever that's going to be, the McCaskey family has to do a better job of putting pieces in place from a management standpoint, a middle management standpoint, because you got a guy, Justin Fields, that he has shown the ability that you give him chances and put pieces around him, he can play a little bit. And we're not talking about a Bears team, Key and Chris, that's devoid of talent. Are they a talented team like the Green Bay Packers? Of course not. But they got some dudes on defense that can play a little bit, and they got some quality pieces on offense that you got a quarterback that can bring the best out of everybody. The next decision that they make when it comes to a coach and a general manager is going to be very important because you do not want to waste the years of Justin Fields. And then at the end of his rookie contract, he says, you know what? You guys know what the hell you're doing. I'm out of here. I'm going to go somewhere else.
And I think –
yeah, no doubt about that, Freddie. And the most valuable commodity in the NFL is a starting quarterback on a rookie contract. So you absolutely want to bring in somebody that can cultivate Justin Fields' talent and bring the best out of him. Ryan Day from Ohio State is a name that people are starting to say a lot more, mention a lot more. It seems like that will be a natural fit. I was told by somebody that's an Ohio State football alum that Ryan Day would absolutely be interested in the right pro coaching job. So we'll see how that evolves. But whether it ends up being somebody from the college ranks or whether it ends up being somebody from the pro ranks, it's clear that the Bears need to pivot in another direction because Matt Nagy has had enough chances to develop young quarterbacks, and it hasn't necessarily worked out. So they got to go a different direction, and I would say they should do that sooner rather than later, just so they can try to get a jump on, trying to put out feelers and reaching out to the coaches that would be their preferred candidates and letting it be known that this is going to be a job that's available with a guy that was a top 11 pick in the NFL draft from a year ago.
Yeah, and I think that, they probably have already started their search committee and they're searching for the right candidate or conversations for whatever that may be. Anytime, no matter what college head coach is, and where he's at university-wise and in championships and whatnot, whatever the case may be, when the NFL comes a-calling, they are listening. You must believe that. Ryan Day will be no different than Nick Saban. Nick Saban's no different than Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's no different than John Robinson, who left USC to go to the Los Angeles Rams, or McKay, who left USC to go to Tampa Bay Bucks, or Chip Kelly, or anybody that has the desire, because the National Football League is another level. It's cool to win in college football. It's all that. Just ask Matt Rule. But the dream job is to be in the National Football League. So a lot of times when you hear coaches' names and they don't get hired, it's not that they don't want to be, it's that they didn't get offered the job. And I don't think that that'll be the case with Ryan Day, because he is a pro football coach. A lot of people look at Ohio State's offense and think that it's a college offense. No, it is a pro-driven offense. This is why they're having so much success on the offensive side of the ball. This is not the stuff that we've seen in Florida with Dan Mullen and Urban Meyer. This is not the stuff we've seen with Urban Meyer at Ohio State prior to Ryan Day taking over. This is a real pro-style offense. This is why a guy like Haskins gets drafted in the top 15 picks in the NFL draft, because he was a pro quarterback. He just wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to be a pro quarterback. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if that was the case, Canty, that all of a sudden you start to hear the noise, especially elevate even more after this weekend when they take care of Michigan.
Oh, they're going to
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. If that happens, I mean, all of a sudden you're talking about Ohio State being back in the college football playoff and competing for a national title. And we know, I mean, for a college coach, you can't get hotter than that in terms of being in demand at the pro ranks. So we'll see how it all goes, man. But it feels like that's the direction things are trending for Ryan Day, that he'll have opportunities this hiring cycle in the NFL.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.